Whatever was just happening, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. That's the intro. What's happening, guys? Welcome back. Today I have a lesson for you, and kind of like a redo of an old lesson I had done years ago. I kind of thought of a better way that I should have probably taught what I was talking about in that video, and that is just this. There's this pattern that I saw years ago, and I was like, oh my god, it's in like all these famous songs. It's this little, I call it the rock box, I think is what I originally called the video. And I kind of talked about it, and I said it was used in a lot of videos, and I thought, you know what, or sorry, a lot of other songs, but I thought, why don't I, do the lesson, but actually include examples of, hey, here it is here in this key, here it is in this key. They're all using it, and every single one of these riffs sounds completely different. It's the same concept, and what makes it really cool is if you have trouble coming with your own riffs, you can put these chords or power chords, whatever you want to do, in any order, and it will sound good. You can do anything with them, and they will sound good. It takes all the stress away of knowing, like, I don't know what to play to come up with a riff. Now we know what to play. Now it's all about rhythm. Just focus on the rhythm side of stuff. It makes it so much more fun just to come up with your own riffs. It's what the legends do in their legendary way. Now, if you guys want tabs, that is all linked down below in the description. You can snag those if you're feeling like it. And, let's get riffing! Woo! Alright, so I'm going to play you a bunch of famous riffs, and I want you guys to see if you can spot what is similar in all of these riffs, even though they're all different keys. So all those songs were using this little pattern. Now, they were all in different keys, all played very differently. The rhythm is the key that made all of those songs different. But what I'm talking about here is this little pattern. Like I said, I call it the rock box because there's so many riffs in here. And it's what I'd use if I need to come up with riffs real quick, without even needing to think about it, or just jam with someone, or even if it's like intros in a video. A lot of you guys ask me, like, how do you just come up with these riffs? I'm like, well, a lot of times, I just use this little rock box, and I focus rhythmically more on like the note selection, basically. So I'm going to break down those riffs in a second now, but the concept is this. So we're going to say we're out of the key of A. So if you know your A minor pentatonic scale, it's all right here. Now the pattern that I'm talking about is this. It's just 5th fret on the low E string. Now do a power chord. I use my pinky. You can use your ring finger if you want to. Now all you do is slide down 2 frets. So you're on 3rd fret low E string, power chord. Moving down a string now to 3rd on the A, 3rd on the A and 5 on the D. Move up 2 frets, 5 on the A, 7 on the D. That's all it is. That's all they're doing, really. Is the rhythm is the challenging part. But look at this pattern. So I view it as basically just, it's that box 5. If you know box 5, turn all those notes into power chord. And you can put them in any order is what's really, really cool. So you can go like... Oh wait, that almost sounds like... It is, but well, he's down another half a step. So that's what, that's what's happening in the Green Day song, in the American Idiot. All that is just, you just have to find the key that they're in. So he's in the kind of A flat, G sharp. But where would the rock box pattern be? It'd be right here. Now, you don't have to use all 4 of them. You could use 2 of them. There's a Van Halen song I didn't do, but think of like Where Have All the Good Times Gone? It's all out of B, but he's basically just going between those two. Another one I didn't include, but Fire and Ice from Free. There it is, look, out of key of B. So basically what I do is I just kind of pick a key, and that's where I know like the start of the box shape is. So if I wanted to do key of D down here, there's the shape, or you could start it down here. You know, you just find that root note on either the low E string or the A. Now it changes a little bit when you go down to the D string, but just on those top two strings, you can figure out all this stuff. Even the one I did Fools by Van Halen. Now this one I wanted to explain, because what I'm doing here is I'm playing third fret on the low E string as my bass now. Now I'm using my thumb, and I grab this note right here, this 2, the little double stop. Do it again, but instead of getting 3 on the D and the G, I get 5. And you're probably like, hey, that's not the rock box. He's not doing that box pattern. He is. He's doing a power chord, but it's kind of flipped. So this is the same thing as this. The notes are just flipped. Same with this one. So if I did the power chord version so you can see the actual box of notes, it would look like this. But, you know, that is a very thick sound, and Eddie tends to do those double stops more, and because you can really shake them. Okay, so there was Fools. Again, boom, there's that rock box pattern. We did Black Betty, key of B minor. And I'm sure by now at this point, you're just spotting them left and right. You're like, hey, that's right there too. That's right, it's using these 3. This is what I'm saying. Put them in any order. It doesn't matter what order they're in. You can do anything with them. And I'm just doing power chords. Think very creatively. Think about adding, play the notes individually of a chord. Okay, so again, Black Betty is just going from 7th fret or an A5 power chord, and I go up to 7 and 9. It's the B5. Slide it back down, then now you go down, you go from the A down to that D5. Now we're still in that box pattern. And this song actually ends up using all of them, because then it goes to this. It's hard for me to play that slow. But then eventually it does that part, which is just going. Just getting these double stops. That's not part of the rock box. That's incorporating your pentatonic scale into what you're playing, which you can do that too. You don't just have to stick to this box. You can, know what key you're in and add pentatonic notes. So, boom. And the final one that I'll cover, I don't know if I covered them all or not, but think of Extreme. Nuno Betancourt's one of my favorite guitarists ever, and just a riff monster. Speaking of a monster, hey, pun intended. His song "It's a Monster" goes like this. I think it starts with an F. Maybe it starts. Anyways, the main riff is this. Now, I'm sure by now, I don't even need to break this down. You can see where the box is at. He literally hits all the notes of the box. Throws in a little pentatonic lick there. And even in the main part of the song where we go. It's just all in that box, and I could go on forever. There's thousands of riffs written like this. So take that and just either learn those riffs, learn other riffs, come up with your own, but just this little box. You know, I remember there's a Three Doors Down song I used to know. I remember I thought it was so cool, and that's the song that I discovered it. I'm like, hey, look at this little box of notes here, and I started noticing it's all over the place. It's everywhere. You'll see it constantly now once you kind of like dive into it. So have fun with that. There's tabs, all that stuff down below, and I will just see you all later. So later, homies. Whoop! Guitar high five.